So real quick, here's an update video on this guy. I'm trying to be a little quiet because you're gonna hear dishwasher running in the background. It's late, but I want to do just a quick update on dude here. One, people said, why didn't I show off the knees? And admittedly, entirely my bad. Like, I didn't intentionally skip them. They worked just fine. Just in the manhandling of this giant toy in the video, I forgot to show them off. And then he does have knees here. If you look, you support him up. If you lift him up, let me get this out of the way. Lift this up. Get his leg forward. He does actually have a fairly sturdy ratchet. You can hear it click there in the knee. It's got a nice piston detail on it, but he does have knees. They bend a full 90 there at the kneecap. So, just for the record, he does have knees. I apologize for not showing them off. It was not an intentional oversight. Just forgot. I did find out what type of batteries he uses. It is CR1220, and I got them at Walgreens. They had them on that little front wall of batteries just past the cashier. So, if you're looking for them, Batteries Plus would probably have them. You can probably get them, get like a 10-pack for like $3 on eBay if you're not in a hurry. So yeah, CR1022s, they just fit into the little slots, and that will allow you to push the little button on each arm and fire off a very bright LED on each claw. His button's right here. So yeah. This one you do have to unscrew these through screws. It's a CR1220 is about 3/5 the size of a dime, and it is big enough that it actually snaps into place. You just need one per arm, which is nice. It just kind of snaps right into the little holder for it that's inside the arm. The wings can be extended. Somebody asked about that, and it was something that I meant to mention and or show off. If you pop this open, you remember there were these pieces that folded up when we transformed these to collapse them. These little panels right here. You can flip those up and out to extend the wings a little bit. Personally, I think it looks better with the tech detailing and the flat surface. This kind of brings a new, it exposes the hinge, and then it goes solid and hollow again, whereas this looks mostly solid from the front when you've got it installed, because this piece is hiding down inside the backpack. But it does bring the wing out a little bit more. Let me extend one of them just to show you. Although it does make it a little bit more wobbly, because without this piece down here inside the body, it's hollow and it tends to wobble a little bit more. Keep going. There we go. Come on, snap together. There we go. And you can see it does give them a bigger wing than on the other side, but even with everything locked into place, because this is not supporting inside the shoulder, like this one's on pretty sturdy. And we'll shake the whole thing. This one has some wobble to it, and will actually wobble itself loose out of the backpack if you're too rough with it. So just be aware of that. It's an option, but I prefer the shorter wings personally. Last but not least, something that I swear to God I looked and I thought was the case with this figure, and did not find both halves of his arms, because the cylinder bit is identical between the two of them. It's the end pieces that are different with the electronics and such in them, or the claw versus the laser. Each side, this side is not it. Actually, it is this side. So you'll see these two gray pieces. One side is flat, one side has these little details here. And if you look up close, I'll even bring this in, like that doesn't look like there's a seam there. It looks like the same molded line detail as the rest of it. It's hard to tell, it's hard to get your finger into there. And you may need a screwdriver the first couple times to get it started. If you get your fingernail under these little tabs, you'll see that this piece comes out, opens up, forms a ramp, and then this little piece flips down. If I can get my fingernail out from under there. There we go. forms a little ramp to come out of the rocket. And when it's in rocket mode and the arm, this joint is collapsed, you can see it's down in the body. And it makes it much easier to just pop it up. You don't need a prying tool. Although you may need a prying tool to get this open the first couple times. I'd use a spudger on this part. Like using a small screwdriver or something in this slot to pop this up. I didn't feel bad about this. You don't want to risk damaging or scratching up this. Use a soft tip tool or a spudger if you can't get it open. But yeah, so the rocket does, here, let me go ahead and collapse these together just to show the rocket off with the ramp extended. Just like that. Now he has the same thing up here, which of course, because the way it folds, it actually folds up toward the top. So it doesn't make sense to really use it in rocket mode. But just for the record, you can also do the same thing up here to pop this out. So I missed it. I thought it had that feature. I looked. These seams are deceptively invisible. Like I said, only the clue that of these little four molded kind of half squares belie anything that you could open this up, because it really didn't look like you could get a finger under there. It's so flush and molded so well with the rocket. So I missed it, and I apologize for that. Overall, still, like that everything I showed off here just adds to the toy. Getting the right batteries is nice. The fact that you can have an extended wing position is cool, even though I prefer the shorter wing extension here. And then the hidden ramp. It's impressive how well hidden it is on the arm claws. So yeah, I really am digging this guy. I think, like I said before, I feel like both him and the Fans Toys Terminus Giganticus are both really excellent. I wish I hadn't given the other one away as part of a TF Source contest so I could do a size comparison between the two of them for you. But they're both really good, solid, giant Omega Supreme figures for your thing. I think depending on, it really comes down to your personal preference, and I think whichever one you choose, you're going to be happy with. But anyway, I just want to do a quick update video on the stuff that I had found, or found the batteries and such on Gabriel.